Rolling on from Score in the Luxor, Las Vegas, it's the Nick Bonsanto Show. They say sports isn't rocket science. Good thing, or Nick would be unemployed. Did you see this guy's test scores?
Baby, all I got's this beat-up leather bag.
Our next guest, I don't know if his leather bag is beat up, but I know it's got winning clubs in it. I can guarantee you that. Happy to have all of you on board here on the Nick Bonsanto Show. You know, I'm very pleased to have our next guest here on the show. You know, for those of you that don't know, for many years I was in the Chattanooga area, worked in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and, became very fond of the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, and the Mox programs. And, lo and behold, I always called myself the Grim Reaper of sports, and lo and behold, I leave and somebody does something great. Had to have him on this program. Very happy to have joining us. He is the 2012 United States Amateur Champion. I wonder if that gets old. Stephen Fox with us. Stephen, how does that feel?
That sounds amazing. I mean, it is an unbelievable feeling having that honor of being called the U.S. Amateur champion, and this is a tremendous feeling.
I'm thinking about this. I mean, your name now goes alongside, Nicholas and Palmer and Woods and Mickelson. Now it's Stephen Fox. I mean, do you have to pinch yourself yet and wonder, is this real?
People have been joking around and pinching me all the time just to see. But, I mean, it does feel too good to be true. I mean, it feels like a dream completely. I'm not sure when it's going to settle in, but hopefully it does soon.
Stephen, you're a senior, so this is your last year there in Chattanooga. And, now with this type of achievement under your belt, I mean, does it change what you thought you would be doing the minute you left Chattanooga, at the end of your senior year? Is it changing your focus now as to what post-Chattanooga is going to bring for Stephen Fox?
I mean, definitely. My whole life has turned around completely from the invites and the people I've met. I mean, my whole life has changed. My dream was always to go pro, but winning the amateur, I think it helps my chances with getting money to help me go and help my career. So a lot of this, just winning the USAM is going to help me out a lot.
Speaking with Stephen Fox, he won the 2012 United States Amateur at Cherry Hills. And, you talk about Cherry Hills. That's a storied golf course. I mean, how great was it to win on a course that so many of the greats have played and won on?
Yeah, I mean, I can't even think about the history behind it. I mean, the people up there are amazing. They were rooting for me up there. The fans are truly amazing up there. And my glass case that goes in the Hall of Fame that they have at Cherry Hills is right next to Phil Mickelson. They have a whole trophy room. The historic events that have happened there, just to win it there, I couldn't have picked a better place to win it at.
Stephen, when you look back and you reflect back on, the victory, I mean, it took you 37 holes to win this thing, and I mean, you were down, you were up. It was really back and forth. I mean, was there a point in time in that final pairing that you thought, hey, I can't do this, or I will do this? I mean, was there a time where you were questioning yourself, or was it always, hey, we're going to do this?
I got up early. I was 2 up through 2, and then quickly gave it back, and I trailed the whole rest of the day. And once he made birdie on 16, after I cut it to one down on 15, and he went and won 16 with a birdie, and I went stormy. I thought it was going to be his day, and really thought, I was going to congratulate him, and it was going to be over on the next hole. But I knew I had to keep fighting and play as hard as I could. And luckily on 17 made birdie and got away with winning 18 with a par after what happened to Michael. And then after that happened, I figured that this is my time on 18, and then luckily won it on the 37th hole.
Well, you talk about, the guy beat Michael Weaver. For those of you that don't know, that was the opponent that Stephen beat to win the U.S. Amateur. And I look at things, and I see some of the things, and I know you could probably I bet you've done this, and I want to ask you this. Have you just laid in bed yet and, like, replayed every shot in your head, or has it still been too much? I can imagine I would not sleep at night if I were you, and I would just be replaying hole by hole how this happened.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had time to sit in bed and just watch. I mean, the last few days I have been so busy, but in a good way. I mean, winning the USAM and going through this, I would do it again. I mean, this is unreal, but I wish I had time to just sit and watch everything, watch all the highlights. But, I mean, this is amazing. I just can't wait to settle down.
We're talking with Stephen Fox here on the program. Stephen, a senior at Chattanooga and is the 2012 U.S. Amateur Champion. He won the U.S. Amateur at Cherry Hills over the weekend in a great match. You know, it's funny, and Stephen, you know, I mentioned, you know, I was in Chattanooga for many years before I came out here to Vegas and to do this show, and I can't tell you how many texts, tweets I got from people in Chattanooga and in Tennessee all around who were so proud of you, and I'm just kind of curious. I mean, did they like have a ticker tape parade when you got home? Like, I could picture, you know, them filling the roundhouse or something. You got to have a big celebration, no?
Yeah, tomorrow actually at the university, the chancellor is throwing me a kind of a reception that the whole university is invited to. It goes on tomorrow from 2 to 3:30, and then my parents are throwing me a celebration back home in my hometown of Hendersonville. So, I mean, the next few days are going to really be awesome.
Yeah, a small town Hendersonville to U.S. Amateur Champ, that's amazing. And, you know, one of the things, let me ask you this. When you win this, as you said, you get to communicate with people you probably would never think would pick up the phone and call you or even want to talk to you, I'm sure. What was the biggest surprise, the most pleasant surprise, who you heard from after winning the U.S. Amateur?
You know, prior to winning, I got a text message from Brent Seneker wishing me luck, which was an honor to have him text me, you know, another Tennessean. And then after I won, I had Bob Corker, the U.S. Senator from Tennessee, call me, and that was a huge shock. I've had tweets from Ricky Fowler, Robert Garrigus, Luke List. I mean, it's been amazing the people I've come in contact with.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at this now, like you said, I mean, your name is going alongside of some of the biggest names in golf today and in the past. How do you build on this now? What does Stephen Fox do to build on this and not just have it be that one great moment in the sun? How do you build on this and make that career you probably always dreamed of?
Yeah, I mean, once all this dies down, you know, I'm going to go back to being a regular college student and go out and practice and play for the team. I mean, that was the first reason I'm here, to play golf for the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. So that's my first priority. So once this all dies down, it's kind of back to the drawing tables, and I'm going to work on my game as hard as I can, hit the gym, and try and better my game.
Yeah, Coach June taking credit for all of this?
He's taken a little bit. I mean, but Coach June is very, very proud, and I mean, I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I'm sure he is, and you know, as I said, if I know the fine city of Chattanooga, I'm sure that you could probably run for office in this next election and probably win, I would think, right now. Stephen, is there any thoughts to that?
That would be amazing. My dad actually called me, and back home in Hendersonville, the mayor wants to declare one of the days of the year a Stephen Fox Day and give me the key to the city for a day. So, I mean, the people I have behind me and what they're doing is truly remarkable.
Yeah, it's a great feat, and you know, as I say, I mean, I don't know you that well, but as I say, Chattanooga has a place in my heart and will forever. And you know, when I knew this was going on, I felt like a proud papa myself, and I'm going, come on, let's go, Mox and Steven. It was great to see, and I congratulate you, and I wish you the most success in your future, and hopefully I'll get to talk to you again when you win, you know, a PGA tournament sometime in the future, because it looks like great things are ahead for you, Steven.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime, and much continued success. Say hello to everybody in Chattanooga for me, and go win a few for Coach June. Thanks, Stephen.
I sure will. I appreciate everything.
All righty. Stephen Fox, U.S. Amateur Champ for 2012 on the program. Man, we've got a lot more in store.
Stay tuned for Nick and Linda's Sports Court, where you're the judge.